I know the folks here. Boo! Mark's on 205 numbers after the name of little games beating action over here. Little Hivebusters DLC for Gears 5, man. It actually worked out pretty good, man, because I finished beating Gears 5. Then the DLC kind of came out, and I was like, all right. I was like, let me think about this if I want to keep playing more Gears, which I had a very good time with. So I was like, yeah, probably will. I think I played maybe a game in between, or I started a game in between, or something like that. And then one weekend, I was like, let me pop in this DLC, man, see how it is. And I think I beat it over the span of Saturday and Sunday. It's like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. It's not like the longest thing. And I played it on, I guess, whatever the veteran equivalent is. Not like the hardest difficulty, but like right below that or something like that. So I didn't really have too much of an issue with it. It's really cool. I guess it's like the multiplayer people, and it kind of gives you a backstory of them, which is cool. If you're really like into the multiplayer, I think that adds like a whole other fun dimension to it. I really don't care about the multiplayer, so in that sense it didn't matter. It was just new characters. But it was a cool story to kind of see how they get along. I enjoy just the bite-sizedness of it, and also just the different locations of it, you know, the different scenarios. I mean, you can see here like the lava and stuff like that. And, very tropical island, lava, weird laboratory kind of setting. It's kind of like where you are, which is cool. It's very cool. A lot of different colors and stuff like that. A lot of different things. I'm playing on the Xbox Series X, obviously. So it's popping on all levels, HDR, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, woo, runs as smooth as Gears 5 does. I mean, there wasn't like a single hiccup that I could notice. And plays just as smooth, looks just as smooth. And then really the bite-sized nature of it is kind of what I've enjoyed probably the most of it. The fact that it is so pick up and play and just get through it and you're done and then you're like, all right. I was like, that's cool. That was like a very like nice little piece of like chapter right there, and it would be cool to like play with somebody else again. There's some set piece moments, kind of like the one we're seeing over here, where you kind of pin down and stuff like that. They kind of draw out your typical huge crowds and stuff like that. There aren't, I won't say there's too many innovations kind of stuff. I mean, there are like some power ups each character kind of has, so I think that adds a little bit of difference when you're playing with you know, other people and stuff, that you can pick kind of the character you want to do. Like this one, the guy that I'm playing as here, he could drop kind of ammo crates and stuff like that, which is pretty helpful. So you can just get ammo that way rather than having to pick up stuff. It's not like a recharge system, right? So you can't just spam it and stuff like that. So it's different versatility in that sense. But overall, man, I would definitely check out this Hivebusters DLC. If you enjoyed Gears 5, you're going to enjoy this game. Or you're going to enjoy this DLC. It adds on to it. And it's separate from like the story, right? It doesn't really like add on anything story-wise. What is Gears 5 is Gear 5. This DLC is kind of something just separate, which is kind of, I guess, my favorite form of DLC. I'm never the biggest fan of what DLC kind of adds to the original story. Because, I mean, like, we had the game, you made the game. Unless you were planning on doing this DLC, then you're just adding on extra stuff over it. I don't think anybody asked for extra stuff on top of the story unless you just didn't finish your story, which in that case, to me, is a little bit more of an issue on your end over there. So the fact that this is separate, to me, is just a win-win right here, man.